Some Democratic lawmakers are strongly backing the president, others voicing serious concerns as the president hosts the NATO summit in Washington, where his performance is going to be closely watched. Our senior congressional correspondent Rachel Scott is tracking it all on Capitol Hill. Good morning, Rachel.
George, this morning, President Biden will be on the world stage trying to prove to his party that he has what it takes to stay in the race. It comes as some Democrats warn that if he remains on the ticket, Democrats will lose in November.
This morning, with President Biden determined to stay in the race, Democrats facing a choice whether to stick with Biden or call on him to drop out.
You're riding.
But now a 7th House Democrat, Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill of New Jersey, calling on Biden to withdraw.
As strongly as possible for new leadership so we could really prosecute the case against Donald Trump.
And overnight, Senator Michael Bennet delivering this blunt warning.
Donald Trump is on track, I think, to win this election and maybe win it by a landslide and take with him the Senate and the House.
Sources tell ABC News Senators Jon Tester and Sherrod Brown also raised doubts about the president winning re-election when Democrats met behind closed doors.
Do you still support President Biden?
That Ohioans have legitimate questions about what President Biden is going to do.
That's not a yes.
House Democrats met for hours, too. Sources calling that meeting rough.
Are you all on the same page?
No. What do you mean you're not on the same page? They're not even in the same book.
When all of it was over, Democratic leadership from both the House and Senate saying this.
Right now, President Biden is the nominee, and we support the Democratic nominee.
Are you confident that President Biden has what it takes to win in November and serve the next 4 years?
As I've said before, I'm with Joe.
All of it putting some members who have concerns in a box.
We have no choice but to, support him as our nominee and make the best of a complicated situation. That's the concession to the political reality we face.
But this morning, former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi stopped short of saying he should run and said Democrats should hold off until they see how this week goes.
It's up to the president to decide if he is going to run. We're all encouraging him to make that decision because time is running short.
Democrats are closely watching how Biden performs on the world stage during the NATO summit.
We gather to proclaim NATO is ready and able to secure that vision today and well into the future.
The president's rival, former President Donald Trump, has largely remained out of sight, returning to the campaign trail for the first time since the debate.
It doesn't matter who they nominate because we are going to beat any one of them in thundering landslides.
So back here on Capitol Hill, most Democrats telling us they're accepting the reality that even if they have concerns, there's really not much they can do about it. The president is vowing to stay in the race. Democratic leadership is rallying behind him. One thing that Democrats are watching tomorrow, that press conference that the president is expected to give, where he's expected to take a number of questions from reporters, George.
And Rachel, Donald Trump closing in on a VP pick.
Yeah, Donald Trump's advisors say that he is expected to announce who his running mate will be by next Monday. That is just as the Republican National Convention gets underway. Sources tell us it is down to a final 3. Senator J.D. Vance, Senator Marco Rubio, and North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum. But sources tell us as of this morning, Trump has still not made a final decision yet, George.
Rachel Scott, thanks.